Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Wood. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody that might, I'm going to keep this short and simple. This guy here, his name is Bill Woldridge. He goes by Bill Woldridge, Bill Cooldridge, Robert Cross, James Bubble, Stephen Mavis. Thinks that he and I were switched at birth and thinks that he is Harry Potter and my dad as well. He is guilty of killing my mother in 2020. He is guilty of identity theft on me, brain injuring, skull splitting, body mutilation, stalking, sex assault, and attempted murder with intent. He is a heroin dealer, heroin addict. He is a child sex slavery trafficker for ex-OPP chief or commander that was in Napanee year 2019. He is associated to Russell Williams, serial killer from Brighton, Picton, and now he is in Napanee. He goes by Stephen Mavis as well, which is a one inmate walkaway escapee. I have been through full physical identity theft, full brain injury, skull deforming, body mutilations, kidnapping, sex assault, false arrest, file falsifications through criminal doctors at Lennox and Addington County General Hospital to get me discriminated against, to prevent me any medical help or proof. 5 years revenge retaliation on me. When people disappear, it is through the police, it is through their accomplices and their criminal doctors. They had my mother killed, they had my two dogs killed, and I am the next one, and I say that without paranoia. Full physical identity theft, full skull deforming, full brain injuring, and keeping me from help for 5 fucking years. This is what OPP are about. They are guilty of murders. They are guilty of ending bloodlines. They are guilty of tortures. They are guilty of sex slavery. They are guilty of keeping their victims from help through criminal doctors, committing false arrests, committing identity thefts with Harvard inmate homosexual low-life fall downs. They are also associated to Al Qaeda as well. They are guilty of terrorism. OPP are guilty of terrorism, domestic terrorism. Their accomplice boss, Bill Woldridge and Blair Hardy, are also involved with Al Qaeda, making OPP involved with it as well. Human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, pedophiles, drug trafficking, drug overdoses, forced suicides, homicides, stalking, rapes, financial frauds, money laundering, and murders is what has taken place through the police, through their accomplices. Serial killer Blair Frederick Hardy, OPP number one untouchable, without $22,000. This is Bert Hustler. He is a criminal stalker. He is an ex NHL hockey player for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. He is a meth trafficker. He is a sex slave trafficker. He is guilty of torture crimes. He also goes by the name Baghdad Bert and also Bert the Hitman Hustler. He's an obsessed homosexual. He is a pillhead. He is a meth head, and he is a crackhead. And he is highly obsessed with me. This is a fentanyl dealing, fentanyl overdosing, serial killer, stroke victim, crackhead, inbred lowlife, goes by the name Jason Van Alstyne, between Kingston, Ontario and Napanee, Ontario. He is also involved with Kingston Police too. There's cops that are involved in the human trafficking, human smuggling, and murders. Ontario Provincial Police, Lennox and Addington, Napanee, Ontario, Kingston Police, Wellington Police, and possibly a reserve cop is involved with human trafficking with these cops as well. So there's native cops possibly involved with these crimes as well. Ex-chief or commander, year 2019, 2020, or year 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler, had me shot. August of 2019, before leaving Napanee, he is guilty of attempted murder. He is a sex slave trafficker, and he is guilty of torture crimes. He is a terrorist, and he is using his badge and position to get away with the crimes that he is guilty of. There is also Staff Sergeant years 2019-2021, kidnapping and sodomy sex assault. Shannon Cork, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward, Robert Lucas, Stacy, a mental health worker that was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Hafner, guilty of kidnapping, May 27, 2021. She is OPP and also a mental health worker. There is Spencer Mills 14716 and Robert Kane 7224. They are the human traffickers, the sex slavery traffickers, the stalkers, the drug traffickers, and they are the ones that are guilty of murders and attempted murders and having them covered up with and for Bill Wooldridge and Blair Hardy and their other accomplices who are guilty of torture crimes, my identity theft, and attempted murder on me. They are all OPP accomplices, cannot be arrested without $22,000. They are OPP drug traffickers. They are OPP sex slavery traffickers. They are OPP sex offenders, pedophiles. They are the speed heads, the fentanyl heads, fentanyl dealers, crack and meth and heroin in Napanee, Ontario. This is also Bill Wooldridge, too, the guy that I showed previously that's guilty of criminally stalking my mother and killing her in 2020. The one that thinks that he and I were switched at birth and believes that he is Harry Potter as well. And also the one that used to stalk children in Napanee for OPP ex-chief sex slavery. This is Dale Hartwick. You need drop charges in Napanee, Ontario. You just commit homicides for OPP. He is guilty of being involved with my identity theft, torture crimes, and attempted murder on me for Ontario provincial police for drop charges for a stabbing that he committed against his ex-wife's boyfriend. He is a speedhead, speed trafficker, and he is very seriously dangerous, and also my cousin. This is a Napanee child groomer. He is guilty of criminal stalking. He is a meth trafficker for Robert Kane, and he is guilty of attempted murder on me, Raymond LeBlanc. This is an animal killer. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog in 2023. He's guilty of torture crimes on me. He is Ontario Provincial Police, Robert Kane 7224, rat informant, and he gets paid $300 a day through the police as well. He is guilty of attempted murder on me. He is very seriously dangerous. This is Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns. He also goes by Tony Montana. He believes that I am a wolf. He is a speedhead. He is guilty of attempted paralyzing me. He is guilty of sex assaults. He is guilty of attempted murder and being involved with my identity theft with and for his boyfriend or husband, Dale Hartwick. He goes by Tony Montana and he goes by Axel Rose. Five years of injuring, torturing, brain damaging me, going through and not being able to get help, going through serious deforming. and being blamed for every bit of it. That's what OPP is about in Napanee. So they are guilty of murdering an entire bloodline because of me speaking of their human trafficking and their sex slavery crimes out of the Morning Star mission. And also the possible money laundering that was taking place. And Jason Gampy two-step Van Alstyne. Once again, he goes between Napanee and Kingston. He is involved with Kingston police, drug trafficking, and causing overdose murders with and for the cops there through the homeless hub that used to be in Kingston. They are all very seriously dangerous. They are all obsessed. They are homosexuals. They are drug traffickers, drug addicts, and each and every one of them are guilty of provable crimes on me and attempted murder with and for Ontario provincial police. None of them can be arrested without $22,000. And once again, they are possibly involved with Osama bin Laden. They are followers of Osama bin Laden and guilty of being involved with Al Qaeda and possible sleeper terrorist. Beware, nothing can be done. 5 years damage to me. Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, is guilty of falsifying my medical file for her girlfriend Stacy. She is guilty of torture crimes on me, file falsification for treatment refusals for discrimination. She is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit and cover up. She is guilty of being involved with my identity theft, brain injury, and torture crimes. Nothing can be done because she is a doctor. Nothing can be done because they are cops. Nothing can be done because it's the justice of the peace. And nothing can be done because it is their boss, Bill Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, Bert Hustler, Robert Barry, Brandon Barry, Raymond LeBlanc, Dale Hartwick, Harry Hartwick, and Tony Hearns. Congratulations, OPP. This is what happens when you speak crimes in Napanee, and I can't get help for it right now as I am doing this. I got serious hypoxia. I get brain numbing on a daily basis while my head and my skull is being completely and totally fucking deformed, and I am losing more and more of my memories. And the longer this goes on, they're going to get away with not only fully physically fucking me, but I am also going to disappear because I have been illegally arrested. OPP are putting illegal prisoner tracking on their victims as well. They are committing these identity thefts and framing their victims while they are fucking lobotomizing their victims and keeping them from help. You are very seriously dangerous cops, OPP. And you are going to pay for murder. You had my mother killed, premeditated, conspired with intent, Spencer Mills, and I believe Harry Hartwick was the one that financed it through OPP and having Bill Wooldridge and Blair Hardy stalk and kill my mother. He is approximately 83 years old, 85 years old, and he is the uncle to Dale Hartwick, and he is also a family member as well. So, yes, he was possibly involved in financing through Spencer Mills my mother's murder in 2020.